Well, good morning.
Good morning.
And we're talking with Nikki Hoffman, who I talked to, it's been almost a whole year now.
That's right.
And you're the part of the Naturalist Society.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the 21st annual Nude Recreation Week?
That's correct.
Oh, man. Now, last time I talked to you, I was a little shy. I think I still am.
I had that in my notes.
I know. I haven't taken the plunge yet. I haven't become a nudist yet. But what's funny is that I don't know if it's funny or not, but I got 4 or 5 calls for the number. I think
Good.
because
We
people
like that.
because people wanted to be part of this or wanted to know more about it. I don't know if they want to be part of it, but they want to know more about the nudist or the Naturalist Society. Mm-hmm. That's the etiquette name to say, right? The Naturalist.
Naturist.
It's a naturalist.
We're back to naturist. Yes.
Oh, it's naturist.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was naturalist.
No, it's naturist.
Oh, okay.
We care about nature and.
I thought it was natural because it's all a natural thing.
Oh well, it's all a natural thing, but we care about the environment too, and that's a big part of what we do.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know where to start here.
Well, I can't wait. I have to send you this magazine because I was just thumbing through the article that I was telling you about.
Okay.
And I was telling you that you should go.
Yeah.
And the very last segment of the article tells about cottontails galore. That's what you are.
A cottontail.
Mm-hmm. For obvious reasons.
Okay, what is a cottontail? Describe to me what is a cottontail besides.
Well, a cottontail, like when you take your clothes off and there's that white butt sticking out. You can
Okay.
tell that you haven't gone
All right.
to naturist beaches. And there were a lot of them there.
Yeah, but see, my whole body would be white because I'm not much of a sun person. I burn easy.
Well, then stay in the shade.
Okay, so I would just be a white butt and all over the place.
You got it.
I'd be a big white butt.
No, they would just call you a cute little cottontail.
A cute little cottontail.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this, as far as the Nude Recreation Week, now that's for the for everybody, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's going to be at beaches and clubs.
Okay.
All over the United States and Canada.
Now you're from you're in Oshkosh, Wisconsin when you're setting all this stuff up.
That's right.
And I know you guys. There's no beaches going on there. I know it's just as cold there as it is here. Colder, probably.
Actually, it's not too bad today, but
Well,
the sun
yeah.
would be nice. But we have had people out at the beach already this year.
Well, what do you guys do though? You like sit when you go home? Do you like put a sun lamp on and to take your clothes off, or do you just need to do it in the beach time?
Crank the furnace.
Okay. Oh, is that like a? Tell me what that's all about. I mean, do you have to? Is it something you have to do, or something you just like to do, or?
No, it's something that it's just a lifestyle. It's like anything else. People just prefer being without clothes. So it's just a lifestyle. You get home from work after having on a suit and tie all day, and it's like, get that stuff off.
Yeah.
And it's just a preference. It's just a lifestyle.
Now, I would love to walk around my house naked.
Well, there you go.
It'd be great.
You're a closet naturist.
Well, I know, but my kids. I would feel funny around my kids. I would,
Nah. Well, see, mine were 10 years old when I started working here, and I had already. Bath time at our house was family conference time. We've got moms on undivided attention, so I had my 3 kids sitting on the floor around the bathtub telling me about their day, and that continued from the time they were little until they were grown and out of the house.
So they pretty much got used to it then.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't any big thing to them.
No.
Even when in school when they turn to the puberty age and they start wondering questions and.
Well, see, at home that was never a problem.
Okay.
But I do know that happens, even with children that are raised naturists from the time they're little. And it's not so much that they're bothered by their body, but peer pressure is a great thing. And I think other kids are worried about their bodies, and, comments get made. And, if you have a girl that's overdeveloped or underdeveloped,
right.
or, whatever the case may be, the tendency is to, okay, if I hide it, it's not going to be a topic of conversation. So they do. And generally, I would think that the greatest proportion of kids who at puberty turn away from naturism, they go back to it when they're in their early to mid-20s.
Well, yeah, when the body is looking good.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's not our average age, though. Our average age in naturism is mid to late 40s.
Okay.
And them bodies don't look so good.
Now, what do you do about that? I mean, isn't it kind of hard? I mean, I'm not trying to be a bad guy here or anything, but I think I would have a hard time, even though my body is definitely not in top notch shape. If I saw somebody that had one of those bodies that just made me laugh. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's some out there. I mean, how can you not?
No, and I have to tell you that, you know, we don't have many what advertising tells us is a 10 within our naturist community.
Okay.
But bodies are not important, and I can't stress this. It's something that I don't know how I can explain it to you. It's you find out who the person is inside, and you accept them and like them for what they are, not what they look like.
Okay.
And this is very, very true. I have to tell you that I don't know many of our naturists that are perfect bodies, and they just love one another.
Okay. Well, you know,
it sounds like a perfect world.
Well, when you have it all kind of out, letting it all hang out, so to speak, which was the big phrase when you guys started off in like 75 or something, but I would imagine that it would be easier to get to know the person a little better because you really have nothing to hide. So
that's right, and you know, you strip away the facade. You're just there, and you know, after that initial 30 seconds of, oh my God, where do I put my eyes? You realize that it doesn't make any difference, and you just talk, and you are, you just communicate. That's
true. I didn't think about that. Where do you put your eye? I mean, that's got to be for somebody that's new to the naturist. It's got to be kind of unusual to try to figure out where do you put your eyes, and will people be offended if you put your eyes in a place
right. And after, initially, I think that you look in the person's eyes, and then you're afraid to even look down, and then after a while, it's like, who cares, you know?
Okay.
And I think it's natural. I think you'd lie if you'd say that you never look at the other person, because that's human nature.
Okay.
Curiosity is there, and but you get over that, and it doesn't make any difference. It's like, oh, okay, this is what they look like, and now let's get on with the conversation.
Okay. Well, you know, there's other things that men can't hide that would scare the bejeebies out of me. So, you know.
Well, number one, that wouldn't happen the very first time you go because you're too nervous.
Well, see, that'd be all another scary part right there.
The other thing is, part of our naturist etiquette that I told you about is carrying a towel with you.
Oh, okay. Just for that emergency. Okay.
Well, actually, it's to sit on because that's a health hazard.
All right.
But yeah, it comes in handy for other things, and then you know, I've been known to push men in cold water too.
That'd do it.
Yeah,
that would do it. Yeah. I'd have to bring a large raft with me, I think. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess we should get away from some of this about the nudity part of it. Let's find out some about some of the activities that are going to be there.
Well, let's see. At the beaches this year, because it's an Olympic year here, they're going to be doing Olympic Games, because after all, the first Olympics were in the nude. So we're going to do some nude Olympics.
Now, were they?
Yes, they were.
Okay, well, I must have missed that part of history in my high school history book. I don't know.
Years ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. They also, one of our largest beaches is on the East Coast. It's Sandy Hook. They're going to do, in addition to the games, they do a barbecue or a hot dog roast, and they give hot dogs away to people who come to their beach. And they actually have a very large crowd of about 1,000 people.
Okay.
Here in Wisconsin, they'll be doing some games down at our Mazomanie Beach, and then they also have a potluck dinner, and everybody brings something, and everybody gets together and shares. The clubs this year they're also doing some Olympic games, but they'll do anything from art shows to blood drives. One year they collected clothes and gave them to the needy. So we do a lot of community-type things at the clubs.
Okay.
You know, volleyball's a real big sport for us.
And of course, it's all Now this is all clothing optional too. So I mean, some people would. I would have a hard time playing volleyball or football or baseball without anything on to. I don't know. To me, it would be a little bit. It would be a little strange.
You spend a lot of time on the ground, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. You'd be amazed if you were with 300 people and you were the only one with a swimming suit on. It wouldn't take you long, and the swimming suit would be off. Trust me.
Okay, trust me, trust me.
You like that, huh?
You know, when we talked last year, I remember you saying something about you got involved with this. You went on a nude cruise or something.
That's right.
Now, how did you just have the interest in it, or?
Well, I had 3 girlfriends who worked here.
Oh, okay.
And they had an extra bunk available in their cabin and asked if I would please come along, and I did, and the rest is history.
Okay. Now, how long have you been involved with the Naturist Society?
15 years.
15 years. Okay. All right. So, in these 15 years now, you just kind of got involved so much where you ended up. Well, you're pretty much running things, so to speak, aren't you? Or what exactly is your title?
I'm called an administrative director, and I don't know what that means, but I'm one of 2 people who plan and organize the gatherings. I work with we have a network of groups and clubs that are like under our umbrella, and I'm the coordinator with the heads of the groups and clubs.
Okay.
We all wear different hats here. We're a very small office, and we all just kind of pitch in and do what we have to.
Okay.
So it's fun.
You would think that it would be large, but it is large altogether, right? But it's just a small office, so to speak.
We have about 26,000 members, and I should say that's households. That's not, like if there's a man and a woman in the house, we only count it as one. We don't count it as 2. So, we're probably much larger than that, more in the 50,000 range. But we are a membership organization, and we publish a quarterly magazine. And
I was going to ask you about that. That's what's called the World Guide to Nude Beaches.
We publish that as well. Our quarterly is called Nude and Natural, but we also publish the World Guide to Nude Beaches and Resorts, and this is in its 5th printing right now. We just a year ago we updated it and revised it. It's a wonderful book. It's a bestseller. It actually was on the New York Times.
It's a bestseller. Just listing the beaches. I mean, does it say more than just listing beaches?
Oh yeah, It lists the beaches. It gives like our groups and clubs, our contacts clubs. It gives directions. There's photographs in it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's why it's a bestseller.
For those graphic people,
It's photographs. Okay. All right. Now you just raised the people are going to want to know the number now. Now you said there's photographs.
Well, and we also run the only skinny dipper shop in the United States. We have a satellite shop, but ours was the first, and it's the original. We sell accessories to people, to clothing optional people.
Yeah, I remember asking the question about what accessories, but I guess you do need clothes on occasion when it gets a little chilly on the beach and whatever.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Or when you get a sunburn and you want to cover it up, you got to put a T-shirt on.
Yeah, I remember.
And we came out with our own suntan lotion too this last year.
Okay.
So that was fun.
All right. I don't know. I think when I come out, I have to wear my Spam paraphernalia. I think. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
We're going to get you at a beach sooner or later. Somehow I'm going to get you there.
You were telling me before we started talking here on the air that last year you had groups like Foreigner. What were some of the other ones?
Let me see. Who did they have? Alan Parsons Project.
Right. Okay.
Kansas, Foreigner.
Now we're having Kansas this year at the Shoreline or the Summer Celebration. So now tell me this: did Kansas take off the clothes?
I don't know which groups did, but I know we have pictures of them.
Oh, really? So that's optional, of course, too for the bands that you have over there. Now this thing that we're talking about too, it happened here in Michigan. It happened at Turtle Lake, right?
Turtle Lake Resort, right? And there's a group that's local to you, and I'm not going to pronounce it right. The Yakings. They're a Michigan group. They played. We had a gathering at the Turtle Lake Resort, and they also came back. They had a lot of bands. It ran for 3 days, and they're going to have it again this summer for 3 days. In June, they're going to have a music fest, and I believe in August they're having a nudie blues.
A nudie blues. That's kind of
blues.
nice. Yeah, okay.
So we cover all bases here.
Or uncover,
Yeah.
one of the two. It was there. You had to go for it.
Yep.
You led me into it anyway. You know you did.
I try hard.
Yeah. So this is going to happen in June, and you also said that we said a lot before we came on the air, but also you said that the Rolling Stone magazine is going to be there to cover this whole thing this year.
They were there last year too.
Oh, were they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got to read this in Rolling Stone then too. Also,
Yeah.
if I miss it again, I don't even know where Turtle Lake is. I don't have a clue.
It's in Union City, which is like.
I need that guidebook, is what it is.
Oh, you need that guidebook? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I need. I need that guidebook so I can find Turtle Lake. Yeah.
Well, I guess I could probably send you one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
What?
maybe
I don't know. That makes me feel kind of.
I'm going to send it in a package where they'll know exactly what's coming.
That's okay. That's okay. You can send it here to KBZ. We don't care. We have
Okay.
people know who I'm talking to here. I'm doing it on the air. I'm doing it in front of at least 5 or 6 people anyway. So.
Okay. I don't hear any chuckling in the background, so this is good.
Yeah.
Killing that sound on me.
Yeah. But there's a lot of questions, and I guess the only answer is to actually experience it, right?
Well, I think like we have a saying like don't knock it till you've tried it, and you really should. It's an interesting lifestyle. I'm one of those people that said I never would do it, and
now how old were you when you decided to just go ahead and take the plunge?
30 years old.
Okay, all right.
I just told you how old I was, but I don't know.
What?
But our like our theme for all of this is body acceptance is the idea,
Okay.
and nude recreation is the way. And we really are stressing body acceptance. We tend to listen to the media when they tell us that only perfect bodies are acceptable, and we have kids who and older people who are anorexic and bulimic, and it's all because they think their body image is wrong. And who says so?
But if we all go nude though, we put all the fashion designers out of business. I mean,
Well, you have to wear clothes.
all the
when
clothing
it's cold.
stores. Well, that's true. That's true.
And like your jobs and other things. We're not saying nude all the time.
Right.
We're saying when it's possible or probable.
Okay.
When you have to wear clothes, you have to wear clothes. There's, we work for the Nature Society, but we work on Main Street here in Oshkosh, and I
You
can't
have
go
clothes
nude
on.
here.
What's that?
My boss wouldn't care if I went nude, but we have a picture window, and I'm afraid that we'd have all kinds of traffic accidents out here.
Okay. You might. Okay. All right.
So we wear clothes when we have to, and go nude when we can.
Okay. So now, when you have a long day at work and you go home, do you just throw the clothes off?
Sure, don't you?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess you're right. You got me. You got me. Okay. All right. So this is something we've got to talk more about.
You betcha. You
Okay.
betcha. I'm going to convert you somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah, maybe you should do your show in the nude for Nude Recreation Week.
Well, actually, I'm not wearing any clothes at the moment, but I didn't want to tell you that, So.
Well, now that you shared that with us,
That's why there's nobody in the room. That I scared them all away. So.
you scared them away. And you're obviously hanging around with the wrong bunch of people.
Well, what can I say?
Actually, at our gatherings every summer, we have ham radio operators that talk to people around the world at our gatherings in the nude.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I guess. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. I guess it's.
We have dances.
All right.
Nude.
Now that would be rough. Having dances in the nude.
Interesting.
Slow dances in the nude would be rough. Interesting. Okay. Interesting's a good word.
Interesting's a good word.
Yeah. Okay.
We do a lot of fun things at our gatherings.
Now let me ask the direct question. I'm sure that everybody on everybody's mind, they're saying, okay, nudist camps are nothing but orgies. And what do you say to those people?
Well, like I said, you don't knock it till you've tried it, but actually I'm either very naive or these things just don't happen.
Okay.
I'm real serious. These people, this is a lifestyle for them, and, we're scrutinized enough. We certainly wouldn't be having orgies at our gatherings.
Especially when you're inviting the public.
Right, and, what's real interesting is we even, I've seen people walking along holding hands, but that's about the limit. If somebody's putting lotion on somebody's back,
Uh-huh.
it's only the back.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to put lotion on the other parts too? I mean, in the sun, it'd be kind of.
Do that yourself.
I see. Okay, I got you.
No, we our these are like unspoken rules. We have to. We have no overt sexual activity. Absolutely, you respect other people. Privacy, like you don't take photos, and there's just all kinds of unwritten rules. I mean, it's all about respect.
Okay.
So.
And of course, you do also publish what, beach etiquette too?
Right, beach etiquette.
Okay, all right. So, all right. Well, I thank you once again, and we'll have to continue. I can't even talk here.
I have you
continue talking about some of this stuff, and the number. I should give the number too.
You betcha.
1-800. Is that the one? The 1-800.
Yep.
879.
No.
No, wrong number.
1-800-558.
Oh, here it is. Okay, 8250.
That's it.
Okay. 1-800-558-8250.
There we go.
Thanks a lot.
Great, thank you.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
And we're talking with Doug Mitchell. And those of you who don't know who Doug Mitchell is, now, are you like the head of Turtle Lake Resort?
Right. My wife and I are owners.
Owners of Turtle Lake Resort.
Right.
Okay. Now, I was looking at some of the stuff that you sent. Now, it's right by, real close to Battle Creek, right?
Right. We're about 20 miles south of Battle Creek.
It's Union City?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right.
and you can get there, from 94?
Yeah, you can get here from 94 to M66 and take that south to Union City, or you can take I-69 up to exit 25, and that's M60, and that'll take you right over to the park, too.
Okay. Now, we're going to be giving away some 3-day passes, I guess, to people to go to your resort.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I've been telling everybody it's clothing optional, and I don't want to say I'm surprised because I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm actually surprised I got as many calls as I have. I mean, I have no problem getting calls to go to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure the big reason is because of all the entertainment you have, too. But I wonder if a part of it is the curiosity of what it would be like to go to a actual nudist camp now.
Sure. There's a lot of people are curious about the lifestyle and so forth, and they just don't know where to go, or they're afraid to go. But coming to a concert certainly gives them a reason to come to a nudist park, other than to say, I'm going there to be nude.
Yeah.
Once they get here, then they can see how comfortable they are with it and so forth.
So they can pretty much decide for themselves.
Right.
Okay, now some of the bands, I'll mention that real quick, like Randy Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, Marshall Tucker Band, Guess Who, The Turtles, Paul Revere and the Raiders, Classic Rock All-Stars, and I guess that's a returning band. Is that a local band, or is that...
No, that's a band made up of Jerry Corbetta from Sugarloaf and Mike Panera from Iron Butterfly and Pete Rivera from Rare Earth.
Okay, so it's all the guys all combined in one band. Okay,
right.
I didn't understand that. All right, Loverboy is also going to be there too.
Right.
Okay, that'll be quite a band. So they can do like all their hits, so to speak.
You bet.
Now, Inagata Vita could last the whole 3 days, though.
You're right. And they do sing that one too.
I kind of figured they almost have to.
Yeah.
If the guy there from the Iron Butterfly is there, you almost have to sing that song.
Right.
Okay, so this is 3 days of entertainment. It's 3 days of now. When you say camping, is it it's right in the resort itself, right?
That's right. Yes.
I've seen a picture here of the resort. I can't show it on radio, unfortunately, but it looks like a very nice place.
It is.
Now, how many rooms are available in this resort?
Well, we don't have a motel. We have rental trailers.
Oh, I see. Okay, the resort itself is for activities that go on inside.
Right. We have 160 acres with a half-mile of lake frontage.
Okay. All right, and then there's trailers all around around the resort that they can rent.
Yes, there are.
Okay, all right, I gotcha. Now, is there different sizes? And besides, is this one size for two? Or?
No, we have two sizes of trailers. The smaller one will sleep up to 4 people comfortably, and the larger ones will sleep up to 8 people comfortably.
Oh, okay. So you got some pretty good sized trailers up there too.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this music fest, of course, you've got all these different bands, but you also have some local talent there too. As far as let's see, well, one I didn't mention is Big Brother and the Holding Company. Now, what have they been doing lately?
They're not a local band. They're
no.
Janis
Joplin's band, right?
Yeah.
But what have they been doing lately? I mean, I haven't heard anything about the Big Brother.
I haven't either. I was kind of surprised that they were all still together too.
Oh, so all of them, all the originals.
Right.
Okay. Now, what about Nuclear Dukes?
Yeah, they're a group from Detroit.
Okay. And Backfire, they're from Grand Rapids, right?
Right, yes.
And Seven Toed Pete. Now, what is that all about?
Seven Toed Pete, that's spelled Toad. They're a band that used to be called Brown Sugar, and they're from Battle Creek.